The government says the reserve list system for land sales has worked well since it was introduced in June 2001. A total of 65 sites have been triggered and sold under the system so far, including this one. And according to the National Development Minister, more sites are expected to be offered under the reserve list for the second half of this year. But he says the system will be fine-tuned with immediate effect to make it more responsive to business needs.
We will henceforth consider releasing a reserve list for sale immediately if there is more than one party that submits a minimum bid that is close to the government's reserve price for the site within a reasonable period. If members may know, prior to this, a site is released for sale only if a developer submits a minimum bid which is equal to or higher than the reserve price.
Analysts say the change will make the reserve list system more dynamic, especially in down cycles where the reserve prices may not be in sync with market conditions. It could also help developers obtain sites at less favorable locations at lower prices. Among other changes, the deposit on reserve list sites required from successful applicants will be cut to 3% of the minimum price. This is down from the current 5%, and it will be capped at 5 million Sing dollars. Observers expect more sites to be released for tender at a faster rate following the changes, particularly for residential sites.
It would certainly ease requirements to put up a deposit for such properties. So you might be able to see more entry level of boutique-sized developers and potentially some of the medium-sized developers to partake into such government land sales program.
Meanwhile, the government says there will be no further moves to cool the property market for now, following anti-speculative measures introduced in February. There will also be more space for businesses in the city, as several government agencies will relocate to new growth areas in Jurong Gateway and Paya Lebar Central by 2015.